away. And I think this is actually just a good read from SK. The chances are BDS were going for the Darius.
And I love the fact that when BDS are playing as well, the Darius gets locked in. It's not a surprise. We know what Adam can do on this champion. We know how that
you actually get to see it in action here. Sheo is making use of that counter jungling and putting Markoon behind as a result.
Well, Dragon looking like it's going to be the first start here, but with no cleanse here on Exakick, he's forced to flash away very early. But the Arctic Assault is just that. They get themselves first blood. And look,
kind of utility style build, irrelevant. Going to play relatively defensive, especially with the.
Cleanse gets used there as Labrov goes in with a handshake. But you've got Nuke roaming down here. They're going to try and see if they can catch out Doss. He cannot flash away, and he gets taken out by Nuke. Petrifying gaze, and BDS bot lane. They're going to be scared for life.
And Adam is already
moving access to that hostile takeover. You are looking to try and make moves here. Adam going to pop the ghost, and you imagine he's going to try flash as well. As the blast going, oh, he doesn't hit it. Can he get away? No, Nard back into the wall, and SK bring themselves back to that top lane dominance.
Really nice job from Sertuss and Relevant.
Markoon actually snuck himself around the vision. Adam does not know the Monkey King is here. Relevant doesn't have Mega though, so this is kind of a hard one to really make work. They're going to jump in with the Cyclone. Adam taking a fair chunk of damage. He does have the stacks, but he does not have the time. And that's going to be a kill up on that top side. Sertuss tries to move down, does have the cleanse from the spell book. And keeps himself alive. Didn't use his flash or his Spirit Rush. Here's the hostile takeover. Doss flashing away. Not quite sure where Labrov was aiming that one. And ends up all kind of just being a couple of ultimates shared, but here we go. Go see if they get themselves another little bit of a charm. Sheo trying to run away. There's going to be the ultimates there from Crownie and of course from Nuke. They're not quite able to get an Exakick. Still alive underneath the table, or excuse me, underneath the tower. They are getting themselves more and more kills. They got the turret on the top side as well. As you can see, Sertuss trying to dance around these fights. Labrov forced to flash away from the charm. Crownie's still putting in work. Ends up being a very scrappy affair, but a 2-for-2 in the end of it all.
He has to commit to the play underneath the tower.
Oh, do they want to try and fight for this dragon? That is the question. Markoon is here, but he doesn't really have an entrance strategy, so he's just going to have to give that one up.
And the SK resets.
Yeah, I mean, like the Lulu just went back. Doss is nowhere to be found on this one here. We will have Markoon going over the back end, but he is by himself. He is on a flank. Do they want to fully commit to this one here? The dragon not going down exceptionally fast just yet. SK not got the Lulu, but they are kind of moving everyone in. Irrelevant goes into his Mega Gnar form. They jump in. They're going to try and catch Adam. That is Dragon Soul point now confirmed for BDS, but where will the fight go afterwards? Ultimates going left, right, and center. BDS on full retreat. Markoon on the backside of this. The flash charm is good. Sheo forced to flash his own. These are so many low health bars, and those chakrams are doing the damage. The Aphelios has still got plenty of tricks up his sleeve, but they have the total vision control right now. And for SK, they're going in blind.
Charm does land on the Sheo, he's just going to walk away, but again, it's a case of SK trying to see if they can bait BDS away from this position. Mid-prio is so important.
Oh, they land the ultimate, they put down Sertuss into a stasis because he's got the miasma as well. There's a good hostile takeover to kind of reset. The feathers fly and they cut down Exakick. He had no way of reacting, the damage was insane.
Crownie with great position on the feathers, even managing to move across with the Gale Force to get it. Now Adam goes!
Adam gets in, gets himself two movements for his trouble. They're going to have Irrelevant use his Mega Gnar on the backside of this, but everyone is disengaging because that is a mini Gnar. He is just a child in a battlefield and he doesn't belong.
There was no flank, there was no chance for SK. BDS Sheo though, just about able to get out of there.
I mean, Sertuss has nowhere to go, and you're in the miasma, and that is why the Cassiopeia was banned in game number 1.
And that's why Grounded is a very fair and fun time to be part of. BDS now will get the soul for themselves. They will get
and now SK find themselves in a bit where they have to go for this. They're looking for plays as a 4-man, but I don't know if they're going to be able to go for it. Actually, as a 3-man, as Exakick finally gets himself something. They get a 4-man knock up here with the Cyclone. Markoon trying to see if he can maybe delay a little bit longer. There's going to be a good charm on the Sheo, but Irrelevant's not mega right now. The flash over with the hostile takeover is decent, and it separates everybody out. Double kill coming in from Crownie. And it does feel like we're at desperation stations here for SK. BDS are in total control.
The timing window was so good for BDS. There was no ultimate on Exakick. He was counting down the seconds, holding the Infernum gun, saying, please, buy me time before I can get the big AoE. But BDS wrap up the fight before it forward, and even in you're looking in the mid lane, potential for a dive onto Exakick here, but they're just going to go for the inhibitor tower instead.
Yep, you'll be able to trade this one back. I will say, Irrelevant should be able to get himself the turret here as well, as Adam has not even attempted to move towards him there, but so it's actually not that bad of a trade if I'm being totally honest for SK. This is a good moment for them to kind of get a little bit of gold back from those gold bounties. They're not a million miles behind. If they can get that inhibitor, it would have been fantastic, but going straight into Mega Gnar with Nuke coming, definitely not the position you want to be in there as irrelevant. No, gonna see them catch out. Cleanse gets used, but he does get himself away. The feathers do fly, they bring it back, and Doss is dead. Crownie is just styling on them right now. He wants this series over and done with before he can even get to dinner.
The TP coming in here for Nuke, gonna immediately set up for another tower to be taken here by BDS. Markoon forced out on top side means he's not here, and there's no defense that SK can really mount.
Oh, SK, you gotta pray to whatever god you think is fair. Because right now, there is no fairness in the world. There is just results, and BDS are looking for the 2-0, a clean one and a decisive one at that. The crowd know what they want. This could be the final fight. The miasma goes down. Irrelevant doesn't even get to go mega. You will stay a child. Double kill for Nuke. Exakick hasn't got the right guns. The Nexus turrets are falling. BDS cementing themselves in the LEC as one of the teams to beat, as they will smack down on SK. They chose you for a reason because they knew they could get the result they wanted.
And they chose for SK to move down into that lower bracket. Fantastic stuff from BDS. Clean from start to finish, control in the bot side for Crownie both games in this series, and it just really felt like SK never really had the chance of a look in.
I mean, that's the big thing, is that like SK found semi-decent opportunities. I think there was a lot more, it was a lot better from SK in game.